Hey there, Facebook friends and Instagram followers. I'm Candy with Order Your Spaces, a professional organizing company serving Mobile and Baldwin counties. Now today, I am chatting with my most recent client, Heather, and she has an Instagram account called The Nurtured Nest. And we organized some spaces for her this weekend, and she and I just hit it off and had a great experience, and she's willing to share her experience. Yay! So Heather, I want you to tell our followers, why did you hire a professional organizer? What was going on in your life that you even felt you needed one?
Well, so we renovated our house about 4 years ago, and I did not take the time on the front end to come in and organize everything and get everything in its place and have a home for everything. And so over time, things just started to build up, and I started getting overwhelmed.
Listen, she does have 3 small children. We forgot to mention that. So moms, cut yourself some slack. You don't have time to do all these things.
It's true. It's true. So I just, I got overwhelmed with all the projects that needed to be done, and I started realizing that when I was not in my home, I felt calm and I hate to use the word happy, but I just was much more calm. But when I would come home, it's like this overwhelming feeling, this tightness in my chest of all of these things that needed to be done.
Like anxiety.
Anxiety, yes. So I was just overcome with anxiety being in my home. And the 2 places that I had Candy work on were just the 2 places that we use a lot, and so I needed them to be in order so that we could utilize them, in the best way. And so I asked my husband. First, I asked my husband for a weekend to just be alone in the house.
And you were going to
which I never did. Yes, and I was gonna try. I was gonna try to do it on my own. And being the wonderful husband that he is, he actually recommended that we hire someone to come and help me. And I'm friends with Candy's daughter, and so she recommended her mama, and so I reached out to her.
Daughters do that for you.
I reached out to her, and it was like 2 weeks ago, and I was like, please tell me that you could possibly do this weekend, because we already have it set aside, and the stars aligned, and she was able to come, and I was just so excited to have help. Normally I'm not very good at accepting help. And I try to do it myself.
Most moms do, and this is always one of the things, Heather, that I share with my followers. There's no shame in outsourcing. And if we can just overcome that, I feel like women today, we've kind of bought into a lie that we need to be able to do everything and be good at it, Heather.
Yes.
And so then we don't get help, and then we just kind of start drowning in that anxiety. And Heather recognized that, though, and did get help.
Yes. And I'm so grateful that I did.
And I love how we've been able to talk offline. When you work all day with a client, you actually become friends with them because you're sharing life stories as you work side by side. And offline, Heather had shared with me that she finally connected the puzzle pieces of, these disorderly spaces are causing me to not be peaceful.
Yes.
Which affects mental health. And Heather talks a lot about that, and she blogs and writes a lot about mental health on her Instagram account. And so she tied mental well-being to having ordered spaces.
Yes, and just your home environment, just how you feel in your home, I think affects so much of just the way you feel in general. And what happened with me also is that weekends would roll around when I would have my husband home, and I would have this feeling of needing to do all of these projects at home, but wanting to be with my family. And I just don't like feeling torn between that. I want the weekends to be family time, to do fun things.
Love that.
And to not feel like I need to be organizing my mudroom or a closet or any of that. So once everything is done and everything has a place and is put away all the time, then you have more free time to do the things that you enjoy. And so that's what I was most excited about.
My love language, girls. Literally, my Instagram profile bio sketch is that I help you find peace and productivity in your home so that you can do the things that matter most.
Yes, it's true, and she does.
So Heather, what did you think about the day that we worked together? Do you feel like maybe that I imparted some skills that you could use in other spaces of your home? Do you kind of feel like you understand the process of organizing a space now?
I do, and
is it what you
I'm
thought?
I'm already thinking like, what
Next
can I
space.
do next? What can I do next? Because there are definitely more spaces that need it, but those were just the two biggest that were causing me the most.
I love to impart skills so that they maybe can tackle the next space. Now, they can always hire me again, but I love it when I can impart skills that maybe they could tackle a small space by themselves.
Yes. And it's just funny because you see a space and you're overwhelmed by it, and then Candy comes in and tells you, well, this is how we're going to do it. And then you're like, oh my gosh, why did I not think of it? I mean, it makes so much sense. It's like you need someone else to tell you,
we're going to start here.
Where to start. Just the starting is the hardest part, I think. So
yes. I mean, I came in and I said to Heather, we're going to empty out this whole closet. And then we're going to sort into categories. And then you're going to purge what you don't want to use. Then we're going to determine what containers we need. And then we're going to put this all back in your closet. And it's the same system for every space. When we finished that closet space, we moved to her laundry room. And Heather, did we do the same thing?
We did. And what I was most surprised by was that the closet that we did was full of stuff. And when we pulled it all out, I was just surprised at how much stuff was actually in there. But then when we put it back in, we had all this like extra space. I'm like, how did this happen?
Because it was ordered.
Yes, it all had a place. And before you couldn't even walk into this closet, guys. It was bad. I was embarrassed. I was like, Candy, don't judge me.
And you know, here's the thing. My service is 100% judgment free. And I shared this with Heather. I said, you know, I don't love to cook. And I'm not ashamed or embarrassed. It's not in my wheelhouse. I mean, now listen, if you need a pan of muffins, I'll make some, okay? All right, if a neighbor needs a meal, sure, I can put a meal together. But it's not my expertise. Okay, and I do outsource a lot of cooking. At Christmas time, I don't bake any goodies. I call all the local bakeries. They do a better job than I do, and I just go buy it from them. And so it's the same thing.
Yes.
But for some reason, organization is kind of the last thing on the totem pole, I guess, to outsource. But then, like Heather recognized, wow, what a difference it made. Now, Heather, after we got those two spaces organized, and now you've had a day to live with it, how are you feeling now?
Oh my gosh, it's like night and day. I just feel like I can breathe, and I'm not constantly thinking, oh, I need to be doing this, or I need to go do this. And we can go and find things that we need. That's what's marvelous about it, is that you know where things are, and you can just go get them, use them, and then put them back in the same place.
Because everything has a home.
Yes.
We found a home for all the things. And when we pulled everything out of this big walk-in closet that she uses for many things, we recognized that she had 4 categories. So she had a personal category with gift wrap, stationery, greeting cards, birthday events, and then she had kind of her homeschooling, and then we had crafts, and then she had toys, puzzles, and games. And so once we recognized that she had those 4 categories, then we just had to determine where they went in the closet and start putting things back in its category. And of course, we labeled everything right there.
Yes, labeling.
Yes.
Labeling is key.
Labeling is key, because now do you feel like your 7-year-old son could go find something because he can read?
Yes. Now, do I want them in there?
She's going to shut the door to that.
I may put a lock on it because it's just too pretty right now to have them in there. But no, and it's not only, so as Candy mentioned, we homeschool, and so I feel like not only is it going to just affect the way we feel in our home, but I feel like it's going to help us when we start schooling again this year to just feel more organized, and our days will go smoother because we can go and get the things we need and then put them back away. So I'm excited about that too. So it's many facets. So
do you feel like we implemented a system that you can maintain?
I do. And honestly, I think the biggest part is just everything having a label to know where it goes.
Love my label maker.
Yes.
Moms, go get you a 20. I mean, sometimes you just get the sweetest clients. Most of the time, all my clients are the sweetest clients because you just start, we share life together. And it's just a journey, and we're women on a journey, and we're just lending our strengths to one another, which is the way it should be.
Yes, absolutely.
So, anything else?
I agree. I would just like to speak highly of Candy. She was so professional, so sweet, and you're going to spend some time together. So you want to enjoy the person that you're spending that much time with, and she was just really enjoyable to be around, and we had a lot in common. I felt like we had great conversations, and it was just really fun. It was work. I'm not gonna lie.
It is
She'll
work.
put you to work, but it is.
I mean,
fun.
a couple of times I said, I just started ordering her around, like, do this, put this here. I'm like, I'm sorry, I'm being a taskmaster.
No. I needed that.
I just start, and I have to kind of back myself up and go, okay, say that with a smile on your face, but Heather took orders really well, because we're working and we're getting a job done, and we had 2 spaces that, like I said, her husband was taking care of her children, and I really wanted to get those 2 spaces knocked out while he was taking care of the kids.
Yes. Well, I needed that because obviously I haven't been able to do that myself. So I needed someone to be a taskmaster and say, do this, do that. So.
All right, Heather, she has a wonderful Instagram account. Where can they find you?
It's called The Nurtured Nest, and I just share about health and wellness and our homeschooling journey and just life in general. And as Candy mentioned, I talk a lot about mental wellness because that's something that I have struggled with, and I like sharing that because I want other moms to not feel so alone and to know ways that they can help tackle that and do things to get well in that area. And hiring her is one of those ways. So
thank you, Heather.
Thank you.
Thanks for watching in and listening today. And as always, I'm going to ask you to share this video with your friends. All of us need encouragement, and this story, Heather's story, will encourage someone you know. So share this video, tag a friend. I'm going to upload this to my IGTV, so all of you Instagram girls, tag a friend and share this. And leave us a comment, leave us a question in the bottom. We always love to talk about this. I mean, this is her passion, this is my passion, so any comments left, we will try to get back to them as soon as possible. Have a great rest of the week, and thanks for watching in. Bye now.
Bye.